Oh, well.
Hello, Dr. Sanders and Dr. Z. This is Felicia, Roslyn, James, and Jessica. We're here together to complete our Zoom videos for
The CAAP task one.
For the CAAP.
So far.
task one so far.
All right, so in task one, we had to go through our 5 things. The first one was empowerment. I'm in South Carolina, so I had to look at my school report card and advanced ed teacher survey. And our school report card indicated that 80% of teachers were satisfied with the learning environment, and 90.9 were satisfied with the social and physical environment of the school, and only 58.2 of the teachers were satisfied with the school and home relations. And that's what I kind of focused on for the next thing. And then for the advanced ed survey, 81.7% of teachers were satisfied with the learning environment. And then question 47 indicated that 21.6 were satisfied with social and physical environment. And then the home and school relationship, only 63.9. So again, that's what I focused on for the CAAP.
And I'm in North Carolina. And so we have a teacher working conditions survey. However, the last survey data reported comes from the 2017-2018 school year. So I am at a 25% Title I school. And at our school, I use a teacher working conditions survey to identify some areas that needed improvement. For empowerment, only 32% of the staff agreed that there was an appropriate level of influence in school decision making from staff. When looking at school leadership, for school leadership, only 32.5% of teachers felt that the atmosphere of trust and mutual respect was at Kimmel Farm. For facilities and resources, those were 2 of our highest areas according to the teacher working conditions surveys. For resources, 41% of teachers felt as though teachers had sufficient access to office equipment and supplies. However, that's not an accurate count of that data since new leadership has come. And then for facilities, the only area was maintaining a clean and well established setting at the school. And for time, the focus was on creating reasonable class sizes to meet the needs of all students.
And I am also in South Carolina at a Title I school. So I used the survey from the end of the year Title I program, federal programs, and EBOS. And in empowerment, we had 62.5% of the teachers that agree that school leadership makes a substantial effort to address the teacher concerns. But there was an issue when it came to teachers feeling comfortable about raising issues and concerns that were important. More teachers, it was 37.5% of teachers that stated that they did not feel comfortable in that area, even though it was low. It was still a concern because when we did our second survey, that area increased. So that was a concern that we were going to look at. When it came to leadership, the survey showed that 62.5% of the teachers say that they did not play a role in helping to enhance the growth of their peers. So that was definitely an area of focus for us. So based on research, we knew that that could have a negative impact on teachers continuing their careers, teacher retention. So in that area, we're going to focus on that also. In facilities, it was 100% positive, um, because we recently had renovations to our school, additions over the past 3 years. So with them doing all these renovations, new floors, new doors, and lights, and all of these things, teachers were satisfied with the school environment. So facilities, it was really high. Resources was the main concern that we had, because only 32% of the teachers felt that they had sufficient materials and supplies available for classroom and instructional use. Um, and later on, we were looking at it and we found that that was due to some neglect on a curriculum specialist that um, resigned in the middle of the year. But still, that was an area that we could not ignore, because we knew that that was essential for teachers to have adequate resources. Time was fairly high, and we feel like that was due, and high meaning that it was at 95%, at least 95% in most areas. And we felt like that was due to the principal revising the schedules, um, based on the feedback that the teachers gave, to ensure that teachers had time to use effectively. So I was focusing, and the team, we focused on those areas that were lowest, especially the resources area. So,
I'm James, and I am at Southwest Elementary School. Looking in the area of empowerment, we had really high ratings. About 94.7% of our teachers felt that they were viewed as educational experts. About another 93% felt that they were trusted to make sound decisions as professionals. And those scores continue to be high, and they have risen sharply since the new administration had been in place for the past 6 years. And leadership, our principal, Mr. Matowski, once again has tried to create an atmosphere of family first, and I think that has really helped the school overall. Looking at our scores in that area, 98.2% believe that the school leadership was up to par and they were really working well. 94.7 believe that teachers received feedback that could help them improve in instruction. And 96.5% believe that the faculty are recognized for their accomplishments. Um, Facilities and resources, according to the Teachers Working Conditions Survey, and that's where I'm pulling my numbers from. 81% believe that teachers have sufficient access to appropriate instructional materials. 91.2% feel that teachers have sufficient access to digital content and resources. And moving down to time management, we at the school believe that 92.6 believe that the class sizes are reasonable for the amount of teachers that we have. And the 80% believe that teachers have available time to collaborate with their colleagues. And 83% of the teachers believe that students are they're able to teach students with minimal interruptions throughout the school day. Surprisingly, we had high numbers across the board. The only area that we really saw any major needs that people did complain a little when it came to how we had discipline, and thought that the school should have a better discipline.
Say, because I didn't by the rest of them. Our leadership, our main concern was that the administration was meeting the teachers' concerns. The facilities, we were pretty satisfied with the learning environment and things like that. Our biggest concern was discipline, like Jason said. There's a lot of classroom disruptions and things like that that goes on that needs to be taken care of. Our resources, it was more